This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Monday, March 31st, 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. A High Court judge on Monday sentenced 47-year-old Noah Mathra of Odsa to 8 years in prison following his conviction on multiple firearm-related charges, marking a significant step in the ongoing national crackdown on illegal weapons. Mathra was found guilty of possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of a firearm, and possession of ammunition stemming from a September 16, 2024 police operation that uncovered a cache of illegal weapons in Odsa. Also arrested during the operation was 32-year-old Yannick Gustave, also known as Tiny, who now faces identical charges. Officers seized an assault rifle loaded with 19 rounds of 5.56 ammunition, a 9mm pistol with 34 rounds, 6 12-gauge shotgun rounds, and 3 rounds of .380 ammunition. Both men were formally charged the following day with 1 count each of possession of a prohibited weapon and the possession of a firearm, along with 4 counts of possession of ammunition. In other news, a Bexar resident is living in fear after being harassed for an extended period by a man who lives in the same neighborhood that she does. Despite alerting authorities, police reportedly told her that no action could be taken unless she could describe the perpetrator. On Friday, March 28th, the situation escalated when the perpetrator returned to her home and smashed her windows. Now she worries that if nothing is done, she could become a bigger target or worse.
A woman in Bexar says she has been repeatedly harassed by a man who lives in her local community. She sought help from the police but has been unable to reach a resolution for over 2 years. The resident worries that if police do nothing to keep her safe, she could become a greater target to the perpetrator or worse. The resident, who refers to remain anonymous for safety reasons, describes her fear after an initial threatening incident, which has since been leaving her shaken and desperate for a way out.
The individual is known to me, and it has been going on for a long time. So long that I don't remember when it started, but I know it started happening again in 2023.
Okay. And so what exactly has been transpiring? Can you tell us what started happening from 2023 to now?
First thing, the guy from 2023, I came from down the road to run an errand. The guy passed me, he was going down and I was coming up. And he had something holding. When he saw me, he tried hiding it. But that spoke me, so I looked at him like, what is it? What does he have on the issue? Because I knew he have come after me before. So I'm afraid that the guy might have something to do me something. So I kept my eyes on him. He started cursing me and cursing my mother and stuff like that. Then he left. He went on to his business. When he came back, I was in the balcony coming out and I was going down the step to do something. I can't remember what it was at the time. And the guy came, he picked up a stone like that. So I saw him, I stopped. What you watching me for? And pick up a stone, so I back like that to enter the door. And the guy took the stone and threw it at me. And I rushed inside and I hit between the wall and the door.
The resident describes the growing anxiety she feels after recording every incident and repeatedly reporting to the police with no tangible outcome, adding that she is concerned for her and her family's safety.
I call the police, everything is recorded. I get reports up, the reports with the police. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. Finally, I'm not sure what month it was. He came there, but I have the records. He came, he started sending stones on my house. When I went to sleep, Now that night, I was making some payment. That was the one before this, the last incident where he broke my windows in my kitchen. He started sending stones, and after a while, I left. I went to my room to call the police. He opened the gate. I heard when he opened. He entered and he started knocking. After a while, he started opening the door. He couldn't open it. I thought it was the noise I was hearing was from the side, but it was from the front. He started shaking the door to open it, pushing it, the door not opening. He went and he came back. He had a cutlass, but I did not know it was a cutlass, and he chopped down the doors.
The concerned resident believes that her fear of escalation beyond the usual threats and criminal damage may become a reality. The perpetrator, she says, alleges that she always watches him, but she asserts this to be untrue, as she is mostly indoors. The woman claims that police have asked her to provide her a description of the man, but she has no way of providing this. After the latest incident on Friday, March 28th, when her harasser took things a step further, she is now afraid of what may come next, adding that she and the police attempted communications with the perpetrator's family, but that did not yield any positive outcome.
The police always telling me I do not have enough evidence. The guy is coming in the night, and they expect me to. Stone is being thrown out the house through the window here. They expect me to go outside to see lift up the curtain to see what color clothes the guy is wearing when the guy is throwing stones at me, at my house. There's no way I would put my life in that much danger just to see he was wearing that color clothes.
The resident and her brother expressed concern over the handling of this, fearing that things may turn violent before tangible action is taken by authorities. She is now considering speaking to a parliamentary representative for any possible support. Hot 7 TV News spoke to Sergeant Laurie of the Criminal Investigation Department, who confirms the unit is aware of this case and have recommended a scheduled interview on Wednesday, April 2nd, in order to move the matter forward. For Hot 7 TV News, I am Josiah Bissett.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Tourism Dr. Ernest Hilaire has announced at a 31st March 2025 press briefing that the anticipated conclusion to last week's budget debate at the House of Assembly was not concluded as expected. Whilst all members of Parliament did speak and debate the proposed figures and allocation, Hilaire says the leader of the opposition was uncooperative, which led to a delayed conclusion.
Friday, March 28th was the anticipated conclusion of an extended period of debate on the recent presentation of the historic 2025-2026 budget unveiled by Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre. However, at a pre-cabinet press briefing on March 31st, Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire announced that due to a lack of cooperation from the leader of the opposition, Alan Chasney, the debate is currently inconclusive, despite other members deliberating the revenue and estimates. He added that this was not the first such occurrce, recalling a prior incident where he had communicated with Chasney about the requirement to proceed.
Last week, at the estimates debate, it did not end as everybody expected it to end. And it's not the first time that has happened. And in fact, over the weekend, I was going through my folders, and I actually came across a letter which I had reason to write to the leader of the opposition in 2022. Trying to address this very same issue, as a letter I can make available to you. Again, appealing to him for us to have an order and agree on an order, and even suggesting to him various orders that we can follow. And of course, this is a problem that has been persistent, that he wants to dictate whenever he should speak. And in this instance, he did not want the member for Castries Central and myself, the member for Castries South, to speak after him.
According to Hilaire, the leader of the opposition claimed that Hilaire and another member of the House would engage political games and subsequently hindered the order of the day during the March 28th sitting at the House of Assembly. The Deputy Prime Minister added that Chasney's refusal to speak denied him the opportunity to obtain clarity on estimates that Chasney himself had questioned.
He claims that we would only come and play politics and answer him and I thought it was all about politics in a sense. We would have loved him to speak and for us to get an opportunity to respond to the questions that he would have raised. But it doesn't make sense that he speaks, he challenges the estimate, and for him not to get answers.
Ele asserts that while waiting the way forward following the inclusive debate, deliberations on their important debates relating to the pending bills to be considered will continue as planned. He added that he trusts all members will be able to speak at these deliberations in order to progress forward.
But I think we're all looking forward now to the appropriations bill and the debate, and for all of us to get an opportunity to speak. And I really hope he cooperates this time. But if he chooses not to, we'll have to use other parliamentary procedures to make sure that all of us speak. There are options, I guess, that we'll have to find out how best, because we would want to speak. And certainly in my case, I would have loved to be able to answer his questions and to provide information.
With upcoming bills set for deliberation, the Deputy Prime Minister is confident that a platform will present itself to allow all members to conclude the debate on the estimates and revenue to the 2025-2026 budget so that government business can continue as planned in the interest of St. Lucians. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Kyle Gittins.
Coming up next, St. Lucia's agricultural sector is used for transformation, and a new film takes center stage. All that and so much more coming up when we return.